Okay, question 34. Which function has a domain of all real numbers and a range greater than or equal to 3? So notice, I'm pointing out domain and range to make sure we have the vocabulary. Domain refers to the x values, that's the inputs of your function. Range refers to the y values or the outputs of your function. So we're going to graph these four functions and evaluate the domain and range for each. So our first function, add a graph page, f of x equals negative x plus 3. When we graph this, we get a line that goes forever in both directions. So, what that line means is up here, it's heading towards infinity, whereas down here, it's going towards negative infinity. Since there are values in the range below zero, definitely this graph does not start at 3, and choice 1 is not the answer. So, when I go back to the graph, I'm going to hit tab and I'm going to go over to F1 because I want to get rid of the old stuff. It doesn't help me. Everything in that graph I want to be helping me find the correct answer. So when I graph h of x, it's 3 raised to the power of x. This is an exponential function. When I graph it, it has an asymptote. This is approaching the x-axis. It's getting really close. It's never going to get there, but all those values over here are a lot less than 3. So 3 to the x is not the function we're looking for. So the next function we're going to look at is mx equals the absolute value of x plus 3. So go back to our command line tab. I want to get rid of 3 to the x because it didn't help me other than tell me what the wrong answer was. So A, B, S for absolute value. See how when I get the S in there, we get block. So in parentheses, we're going to include the x plus 3. And notice again, this function is too low. My range should stop at 3 on the y axis. And instead, this goes all the way down to the x axis. So this function goes way too low. That does not satisfy my range. So we eliminate choice number 4. And the only one left is choice number 2. Let's put it in the calculator and make sure it's the right answer. So tab, arrow up, and we want x to the second power, x squared plus 3. I recommend always take that extra 10 seconds to verify. One, it feels good to see your right answer is correct and to make sure that you didn't do something silly along the way and incorrectly graph one of your functions and settle for the wrong answer by mistake. So, choice number 2 is definitely the correct answer for question 30.